What's up, guys? Welcome to another 5-Minute Friday. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about landscaping, but not the kind of landscaping in your yard.
I'm going to use the drift method. Freaking incredible. Round F16 for that to get that sunburst.
So for today's landscaping, I'm going to be focused on this guy, Telephoto. And not necessarily this, but I mean, this is the telephoto that I have. So what I want to talk about is how to shoot landscapes with long lenses. And this is often overlooked because people don't think of long lenses as landscape lenses, but they are my favorite by far almost all of the time. Unless I'm doing time lapses or something like that. It needs a wide angle. But point is, long lenses, super important and super awesome for landscapes. So I've come up here today to a place called La Capilla, and this is the church here, and this is the lookout area. And from here it has a great view of all of the mountains in the background and a great view of the college back there and the town. But most importantly, there's a lot of mountains, but they're kind of far back. And so let's go get set up real quick because I'm getting really tired of holding this camera. All right, so I'm all set up. I'm here at the edge of the viewpoint. I've got the beautiful city behind me. I'm gonna try to do this fast because the sun is dipping. So basically, if I take a wide shot of this, which I've done many, many times, the only reason that I would really want a wide shot is if there were some huge epic clouds up there. And today that's not happening. So today we're gonna be focusing more on the light. And to do that, I want the long lens to pick out the different compositions. So let's change this real quick. All right, I've got my happiness lens on. This is by far my favorite lens of all time. If I could only have one lens ever for everything, it would be this. And I know that's silly, and I know a lot of people shun me for that, but I don't care. So this is what I'm gonna do. The college over there has a beautiful bell tower that's silhouetted with, not silhouetted, that has the mountains behind it, and I'm gonna pick that out. All right, so I wouldn't be able to do that with a wide lens because I just lose it. I lose everything in here, and that's the problem with the wide lenses. When you have stuff that's far away, you just lose everything, especially if I'm trying to showcase the college in this case, or if I'm trying to showcase the mountains. I'm gonna lose everything with the wide angle. It's just gonna look really tiny. So another thing right here is there's a beautiful church, very New Mexico style church. It's got a very nice mountains behind it, and it's perfectly lit up right now. So let's go ahead and see if I can get a shot of that. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, so I'll show you with the wide angle the difference. All right, got my 16 to 35 back on. I'll show you 16 and 35 and show you what they look like. All right, so here's the 16. It's just too wide, and if I had some epic clouds up there, that would be fine, but I don't. So here's the 35. And even at 35, it's still too wide. And there's really nothing to showcase here. It's just more of a snapshot. So that's why we love this lens. Well, that's why I love this lens, but it could be any telephoto, anything, you know, 100, 200, 300, 400. So this is the 1 to 400, and I have a lot of options with this in terms of being able to pick out different compositions. I was hoping for some better clouds over those mountains so that I could really pick out some stuff, but unfortunately it doesn't look like that's gonna happen tonight. All right, so one more bonus of having a long lens for landscaping is that if and when you decide to do a pano, and I did a video here a couple years ago on how to do panos with long lenses, so if you wanna know how to do that, you can check out this video here. But the cool thing is, if I turn this vertical and I start shooting like this, I am going to get a very, very detailed and sharp image, much more detailed and much sharper than if I were to use the 16 or any wide angle comparative, because I'm shooting that pano at 100 millimeters or at whatever millimeters, you know, the longer length. So that's gonna end up giving me much more details in my panos, especially if I wanna do stuff like this, where I've shot the pano and now I can zoom into it in post and really get the detail. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. Let's see if I can keep it under 5 minutes this time. Maybe not, maybe it's close. But that's how I shoot landscapes with long lenses. I really think it makes a huge difference and really opens up your creativity, especially when you're in a scenario like this where everything's far away. And even if it's not that far away, it still can behoove your creativity sometimes to really get up in something and showcase a different perspective. So next time you're out, think about it. Long lens, landscape, bring it along. And if you see wildlife or anything, then that's just a bonus. All right, so if you like this video and you want to see more like that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I've got new tutorials every Tuesday and new 5-Minute Fridays every Fridays. So if you have any questions about how I'm using this or any technical stuff, make sure you leave those in the comments below and I will definitely answer them. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.